Hello there everyone, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Ash's Afterglow on Apocalypse. This is the final map of the episode, MAP28, Missile Gap. At long last, Sigma Base, or Missile Gap as the map itself is actually called, and good god man, that enemy count, 319, 30 items, tentative of course, and 6 secrets. And a motorcycle. Oh yeah. Well, this map is going to be long and busy, so let's just get right onto it. One quick note I do want to say is we're going to be seeing a lot of the motorcycle, a lot of the motorcycle guns, and a lot of M16 ammo around here, so we're going to use it quite a bit. But to start things off, let's give the machine guns a good warm-up. Yeah. Just like that. So, onward to Sigma Base. Find out what this mutant army is all about. Oh, look, they have pets. How cute. Sorry, bug dogs, but no helping mutants allowed. Anyway, secret number 1 is actually inside this big apartment building here, or what looks like an apartment building. But let's go ahead and take out the Cannibal Master in front of us. Thankfully, he does not have the range mod on his Master Blaster, so you just gotta stay far enough away and you'll be fine. And the mounted machine guns on the motorcycle do have a homing ability of sorts, so yeah. Don't have to aim it manually, which is good because that would really suck. Now in here, yeah, watch out for the trip bomb first off. And we're also going to see a familiar face. You didn't forget about Mr. Laughing Tom, did you? Well, now you can. Because that is the last Laughing Tom in this entire episode. Yeah, they couldn't let him have just one map. He had to be in another one as well. But they're a really cool enemy, so I'll let it pass. Anyway, to find this first secret, we're going to have to go all the way back into this room. And there are no other trip bombs, so don't worry about running into anymore. But this seems like an awfully big closet to not be interactable. Oh no! It's a haunt. Sorry, it was a haunt. But now that the little closet surprise is over and done with, secret number 1, bash open either of these wooden panels. Doesn't matter which one, I don't think. Yeah. And you want to very carefully inch yourself along this ledge. Honestly, getting around the corners is the worst part. When you go straight, you can just press yourself up against the wall and you'll be fine. But we're going to go all the way to that window right over there. And then just jump on inside. Some junk. First aid kit that we don't need. Colt 45. And more junk. And empty bottles. I guess this was these guys' final stand and they just starved to death. Ouch. And that Laughing Tom must have been the lone survivor. And he just went crazy. But before we leave the building, we're going to search the first floor. So this looks like a, let's see, we have a kitchen, we have a bar. These are some big old square tables. No alcohol left, it looks like. These might be full, but, oh well. We're off to save the world, presumably. No time to get wasted. But yeah, that's it. First building is now finished. We're just going to get right back on our bike and continue on along. And I think my machine guns are getting a little hungry. Let's give them some food. And yeah, a lot of this map's enemies are going to be just groups of mutants on the road. Now be careful up around this bend though, because yeah, 2 cannibal manslayers, Fortunately, their pellets somehow missed me entirely. That's nice. Now, there's going to be a future bend where there's going to be like 2 or 3 cannibal overseers, and you do not want to try and gun those things down with your machine guns, because they will just fire their crossbow bolts at you, and those things will not miss. So, don't give them any opportunity if you can so help it. But, why don't we ascend this very Far Cry 3-esque radio tower and collect the piece of junk behind the ladder. Oh. Come on, Scavver. You can climb better than that. There we go. But if you get to the very top, you see what looks like a dead scavenger and, oh my, a junker musket and a whole pack of slugs. Now, fortunately, we don't need them, but if you primarily stuck with the musket back in Anomaly 210 to take out those weird Soviet ghost haunts, that would be your resupply of slugs right there. But since we're going to be getting a lot of 223 in this map, finally, we're going to be using the M16 a lot. I'll stop it right there. You are finally going to see the old girl in action with the noob tube launcher now installed. Oh, and one other note I want to say. Every single box of bike gun ammo you get, that 30 caliber, it's a full ammo restore. It's 300 bullets. And here's that bend I told you about. Oh, no you don't. With the 3 cannibal overseers. So we'll just put ourselves out of harm's way and systematically blow their heads off. Also, damn, Scavver, you gotta clean off that lens. It's all smudgy and shit. Oh well. I guess when you're battling mutated creatures in an irradiated post-apocalyptic wasteland, gun maintenance isn't exactly top priority. Understandable. But speaking of gun, let's use the gun against the mutants with guns. 2 of them. Wait for them to cock their shotguns. Aim for the head through the shield. And let her rip. So we come to what looks like a little outpost. We've got some supplies. Oh, I see a bug dog in there trying to get the drop on us. No, sir. Sorry. And then if you go behind here, we find... oh yeah, 223. Excellent. And then in here, well, plenty of shotgun ammo. That's nice. Some junk. The final workbench of the episode. Yes, this is the only workbench in this map. So if there is anything else you have left to mod, do so right here. And this panel seems functional enough. Warning. This is a Department of Defense facility. Unauthorized access may be met with lethal force. Press any key to continue. Alright, I don't see the any key, so we'll just hit a random key. Terminal, Southern Shelter, Blast Shelter 5-5. Cycle inner door. Access is denied. Okay, cycle outer door. Error, main door hydraulic failure. Blast rating is degraded. Consult maintenance manual. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, information. Select category. Access caveat. Access information. In the event that tactical self-defense countermeasures are released, access to this shelter will be granted automatically to those with appropriate local clearance. In all other cases, access must be manually granted by Central Command. Fair enough, I guess. It is Department of Defense, after all. The DoD. Blast rating. Impact information. Rated 5 megaton impact outside of 1 kilometer radius. Rated 15 kiloton direct impact. Damn. Sounds like some heavy-duty missiles. Provisions. Provision information. 24 hours closed circuit air. Rations and water 12 persons. 48 hours. Bomb shelter, huh? Well, I suppose we are approaching a military base. That could prove useful. But, for the time being, let's unlock the way. Oh, hello there. Whoa. Down, boy. Yeah, remember those guys? I don't think we've seen them since Disarray. The Destroyers. And trust me, you are going to be seeing plenty of them in this map. Plenty of them. I think technically the quickest, well, at least the most ammo efficient way of killing them is to just give them 2 railgun shots, fully charged. But M16 does the job well enough. Launch a pipe bomb their way. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't reload my pipe bomb launcher, did I? How shameful. There we go. Everything must be nice and reloaded at all times. But, whoa, hi there. You guys are never usually this close. Kind of made me jump a little bit. But, that's okay. Crisis averted. Oh. Nice try. But not nice enough. Alright, we got some goodies. Uh-oh. Army of cannibals and a nighttime thunderstorm. Do love the purple skybox, though. Very classy. You know what's not classy, though? Cannibals that aren't dead. Yeah. 30 caliber rocks. And I also do like how there's not too many obstacles in the road. So you can just kind of go as fast as you want. Now, that way is level progression. But I'm going to park you in a safer spot. I don't trust you being on the outside. Go ahead and gun down these cannibals here. And I'm back. Sorry about that brief little distraction. That will be edited out in post. But, like I just said, that is level progression that way. But over here, oh, looks like we have some space we can explore. Now be careful. Over here we're going to have not one but 2 destroyers in pretty close range. He's right behind that transformer. There's one way back there. Now, let me see if I can zoom first. Let's see if I can... Oh, you're still alive. Oh, crap. I got stuck on the... That's okay. Stuck on the stupid geometry. I was trying to say, I'm going to take care of one before I alert the other. And then we'll use our new toy on him. Where are you going? I got explosives too, you know. Alrighty, let's see here. Got some more junk. And I think that's everything that can be collected up here. Be sure to collect the flame tanks that they dropped if you need them, which I do not. Actually, I do, but I think I already picked both of them up, so... Oh, and reload a pipe bomb. There we go. So, you can stop exploring now if you want, but... let's say we be a little more adventurous. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink out at us. Let's throw everything right back at them. Shall we? So, on the far end of this pisswater pond, there is a deeper spot in this forested area you can drop down into. And oh yeah, the key. I keep forgetting that key is down here. Okay, so this part is mandatory. As far as where the silver utility key door actually is, I don't really... Oh no, I know where it is. It's in level progression, past that jump, that ramp you saw. That's right. So yeah, this far at least is mandatory. Now, let's see. Big wide open spot, dead body with an Ingram, and a silver utility key. Gee. I smell trap. Oh no, a trap. Now what you want to do is, ooh boy, jump back up to here. Because not only do you have a whole parade of freaking destroyers down there, But you also have 2 overseers sniping at you from up here. And I'm going to go ahead and use a... Yeah, I'll just use 1 for right now. And then once those guys are... Whoop, yep, I'm not getting irradiated today, sir. No thanks. What I like to do... Ooh, hello. I like to try and get them into the middle. That way I can just kind of circle strafe around them. But if I can get at least one of them separated... How'd you get up there? Oh, I think he died. I think I saw flashing through the bush. Wow, I've never seen them get all the way up here. Interesting. Anyway, if I can get at least one of those guys separated, then I can circle strafe around those 2, and the one in the back will rarely ever hit me. But ideally, you would want to get all of them here. And it might be easier to take them out first. I mean, the sniping overseers can't really hit you that well if you keep moving around anyway, but whatever. I find it easier to do it this way. But you can now go back up if you want, or we can explore further. And if you do, you find not 1, but 2 more secrets. Secret number 2 is just past this little bushed area with this gap between the trees. And go either left or right, doesn't matter. This is a circular area. But through this other gap in the trees. Secret number 2 with a, looks like a bombed out house and an ammo bag. Nice, nice. Love to see it, love to see it. And then, if we go further down the stream here, the lovely piss-colored stream. I did collect all the gas tanks, okay. We're good. We are going to eventually find secret number 3, and also a bit of a welcoming committee. Let's just get Miss Gotcher-Backy nice and ready. Ouch. Because at the very end of this path is a whole group of trash hags. Open the door here, go in here for secret number 3. And we're gonna make these lovely ladies bottleneck their way to us. Just like that. Now you want to be careful because if you go inside here, you will awaken 3 more trash hags. Yeah, who will usually just fall down to this corner area right here. I think there's 3. Yeah, there you are. Come on. Just like that. And while I promise I myself do not bite, I cannot speak the same for Miss Gotcher-Backy. She bites, and she bites pretty hard. And continuously. She's like a black mamba. She envenomates several times. But we are free to explore this secret area. Now, the reason I didn't really... I probably didn't even need to use the first med kit, but I didn't want to be too risky. But you don't really have to, because on top of this ledge up here... Oh, what is that? That looks like a set of legendary armor. Hell yeah. The second and only remaining suit of legendary armor in the episode. So you got your free Megasphere. We are at absolutely no threat of dying now. For now, anyway. And then open the door to be let back out into the road. And yep, we passed this door on the way up here. Right before this here bridge. And now you just got to make the slight foot trek back to your bike. But because the Scavver is faster than most normal people, it doesn't take too long. But while I am trekking, I'm going to make sure everything I have is nice and reloaded. Never ever get caught reloading in the middle of a gunfight. That is a death sentence. Oh! And we're also going to be using Miss Killer, what's she called now? Turbo Pig, I think? Yeah, Project Pig / Turbo Pig. She's got all the mods, including the Barbecue Pig one. So, we'll just call her Project Pig. We'll be using Project Pig here too, but not until later. Maybe also this. But for now, we are going to continue on. We are making some pretty good progress. And honestly, Whoa, there we go. Aside from that one situation where I got stuck against the wall and took a ball of Master Blaster flame right to the face, we've been doing pretty damn good. There's the silver utility key door, by the way. Yeah, you do have to get the key first before coming here. But if you forget to get the key, or you don't think to get it, or you don't know where it is, there's a ramp that takes you right back. So, but we must leave the old girl behind for right now because, yeah, concrete barricades. Can't exactly plow through those. Where are we? I can't quite read that. Olympus. Olympus Prime? It looks like it starts with a P and ends with an E. I don't think it's Prime. Olympus something. Ranger Station. Chattahoochee National Park. Elevation 30 degrees. Is that supposed to say 30 feet? And I'm pretty sure we're higher up than 30 feet. Degrees is not an elevation. Well, it can be if it's angular. But that looks more like temperature. Anyway. So, Olympus something Ranger Station. Well, seems quiet enough. Uh-oh. Oh. Whoa. Oh, hi. A welcoming committee? How sweet. I am a flattered scavenger. So yes, a whole welcoming party. You have like 5 or 6 cannibal overseers and a whole butt ton of bug dogs, and I just took a crossbow bolt right to the face. Now be careful, because around that hut you just saw to my right is a cannibal manslayer, and you do not want to take shotgun shells to the back while fighting off these guys. Now the last overseer is infighting with a bug dog, but we'll make their job nice and easy. And it's clay pigeon time. Oh, more of you, huh? Alright. How about some fire? Oh, you know what? You can get boot knifed. Whew. Now that's a welcoming party. But don't forget, we still have the one more cannibal just beyond this. Well, actually, he's in front of the fence. Right here. And then he was dead. Whew, alright, well. That'll keep you on your toes. Now, it looks like you have 2 ways to go. This path here leads to a metal shutter that is closed and locked. Now, I am going to spoil it a bit. This shutter will not open till much later, and inside is an absolute party of cannibals. 23 cannibals. Standard cannibals, of course. Just the ones with crowbars. But we will be seeing them later. So for now, we're going to go around this fence, through the fence, and then over the fence. And then on this pile of sandbags here, you have another box of 30 caliber. And then we can jump over the Constantine wire here to get back down there. But for now, let's head this way. Now be careful. Yeah, past this wreckage, we have 2 more cannibal manslayers. And then there were none. Alright. Old girl, your time to shine again. We will be getting another magazine of 223 on the way, right here. Oh. It's a party. Yeah, gun him down. Oh, you want me too, huh? Can you not aim a little bit higher? Did the turrets die? Oh well, now you're dead too. Did they destroy the turrets? No, they were just... Oh, they weren't close enough to him, I guess. Weird. The turrets usually gun just about all of them down. They only leave like 1 or 2 survivors, and even then that's quite rare. Well, nah, it's not really rare. It's kind of common, actually. I don't know if the turret gunfire actually hurts you. They don't see you as a threat, so they don't shoot at you. But I usually just like hide behind the concrete barricade so I don't get shot. Just in case they do hurt, because I assume they hurt pretty bad. But, I don't know about you, but this looks like a, base. This must be the place. Ooh, an alarm? Whoa. Yep. Definitely a military base. Oh, and the music stopped. Oh boy. Ambience time. My favorite. Now... Oh, you know what? I did lie about something. If I did even mention it, that is. That switch lowers those barricades, by the way. I'm sure that'll serve a purpose later on. If memory serves... I mentioned in the apartment complex, or the bar slash apartment, whatever it is, that there was only one trip bomb in this whole map, and it was there. Well, that was a lie. This area contains the 4th secret, and there is actually a trip bomb in there that guards the exit to the secret. Not the entrance, but the exit. And we are just about there, so we're going to flip the switch. That brings up the massive freight elevator over there. Or rather, it opens the shutter to allow access to the elevator. But then if we run on this ledge here, very carefully, over to this vent, and smash, just follow the path, all the way to secret number 4. And oh my goodness. Oh, there's a trip bomb too. Go ahead and get rid of that. But looky what we have here. A pipe bomb, well, 2 pipe bombs, an M16, and 2 magazines of 223. That's 90 rounds of 223. That's why I was using it so much earlier. And you know, I'm going to continue using it. For 2 reasons. 1, we haven't used it a whole lot yet. And 2, for a reason I will not spoil. You'll just have to keep watching. But, yeah, I guess we're done up here. Why don't we just, take the plunge. You know what? This seems eerily familiar. I think I'm getting a little bit of the deja vu. Well, I can only assume this elevator ride is going to be pretty lengthy, so let's take the time and make sure everything is, you guessed it, nice and reloaded. And it is. Awesome. Alright, take cover just in case there's anyone waiting on us. Hopefully the door is not there. Nope, it's over here. Hello?
Civilian, this is a military facility. Turn around and walk away. This is not your fight.
I'm sorry. Did you just tell me what to do, Mr. Intercom? Wherever you are? I think the sound actually comes from this switch here. Okay, so there's other people in here. I guess we'll find out who it is. Ooh. Signage. Base Sigma, home of 357 Strategic Bombardment Group. They salt the earth. Dies Irae. Dies Irae is Latin for, I believe, the Day of Wrath. Must be their motto. Dies Irae. Doesn't sound threatening at all. I do like how there's distant gunfire noises going on up there. But let's see what's going on in here. Ooh, first aid kit. Nice. A glowing terminal is here. It seems to be an internal messaging system. Alright, cool. Let's scan them logs. 2 old messages. 1 new message. 1 unsent message. Okay. How about the old messages first? 2 seen messages in inbox. Note, oldest messages will be automatically deleted if your inbox becomes full. Alright, someone named M. Adams, the Major General. Ooh, he sounds important. From Adams M., Major General. Received 12/7/89. To all personnel, consider this my formal notice of resignation. I cannot in good conscience allow these weapons to be used on American soil. As of this date, you are all relieved of duty. Go home, tell your families you love them, and may God have mercy on us all. Okay, you have my curiosity even more now. Message, Johnson A., Staff Sergeant. From Johnson A., Staff Sergeant. Received 28/6/89. This is it. They fucking did it. NORAD just went dark. 10,000 military personnel, scientific advisors, and the president himself all packed into an area the size of Manhattan. No one here can get hold of anyone in New York either. No one is picking up the phone. Guess your egghead friend was right. Stay safe. Stay alone. Oh boy. What's going on here? What's the new message? From HQ Silo. Received 1 minute ago. All units be advised. Hostile force has penetrated entrance corridor. Unknown civilian has entered main elevator. Turrets are ignoring civilian. Squad shield to investigate security center once clear. Civilian to be treated as hostile and engaged if spotted. I'm assuming that means me. Alright, I'm up for a challenge. Mr. Military Men. The unsent message now. 2. HQ Silo. Sounds like the turrets are doing their job. Main doors successfully sealed. There's no way they can get in here. Sorry, I did get in here. Alright, well. They weren't expecting a visitor, but they got one. Might as well get used to him. Oh? Oh, hi? Cannibals. Lots of them. Alright. Bring it on, big dudes. Come on. There is at least a baker's dozen of you and only one of me. Whoa. Whoa, that was good God. Man, that guy's got some accuracy. Alright, we got some visitors, huh? 2 overseers and a manslayer. Whoa, hi. Alright. Alright, come on, bring it on. Goodbye. Alright, whoa. Oh, there's 3 overseers. Oh, goodness, okay. Well, now there's 2. Now there's 1. Reload. And now there are none. Just like that. Well, some of the army has already penetrated the base, I can see. That can't be good. Alright, so we can go right or we can go straight. Well, let's see what happens if we go straight. Uh-oh. Another visitor. Yeah, you ain't hitting me this time. And keep your damn radiation cluster grenades to yourself, too. Kind sir. Ugh. Me oh my. Oh. Red door, huh? Alright, well, we can't go that way yet. So, the only other way to go is right. We're gonna have 2 manslayers up the stairs, but... Oh! Ow! Okay, that was my own fault. Whoa! I missed his head. There we go. That one didn't go quite as planned, but that's okay. We have legendary armor and under armor. I think we'll be just fine. As long as I reload my weaponry. Oh, there's the red key, but... this alarm's getting louder. I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh, crap. That's a nuke.
Attention! Sigma base is now in readiness mode. Missile launch will commence in T-minus 20 minutes. The option to override missile launch will expire in 15 minutes.
Okay. Sure. Nukes. U.S. Armed Forces. United States, LGM 51B Hellseed. Oh, I hear cannibals. Oh, I see cannibals. Alright, bring it on. Eat your own damn flesh. Any more of you? Yeah, huh? What I thought. How about now? Any more of you now? No? That's what I thought. Is there any more pipe bombs out here, by chance? No? I already grabbed them both. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so, well, this just got real. We have nukes, apparently, that are ready to launch. Now, slight spoiler, the intercom or PA system you heard, saying all those time limits, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, those are not real. They're just there to kind of scare you. There is a set time when all that changes. So you can stand here for 15 or 20 minutes and do nothing, and nothing is going to happen. You're just going to waste time. Well, I don't like wasting time. Especially when there's freaking nukes. So let's continue to not waste time. Ooh, Doom 2 poster. Terminator poster. Darts. Fatigues. Wait, didn't I just say I like to not waste time? Oh well. How about I make a copy of my feet? Yeah, make a copy of my feet. Alright, back to business. Silo A1, well, I'm not getting through that. Oh, ooh. Well, you're a big boy, aren't you? Oh, another one. Okay, sure, 2. Why have 1 when you can have 2? Why have 2 when you can have 3? Okay, we can stop now. I think 3's a bit overkill, don't you think? Let's see. I need a yellow keycard for that. And this door is locked. Alright, well. At least I know where to go. Fire extinguisher? Not risking the chance someone using it on me. No, sir. Not me. Alright. Oh. Oh, okay. What are you doing? You wanna scrap? I'm the scrapping king. Alright, needless to say, be careful with these jumps. I think you'll land on the lower level if you miss the gap, so you should be okay. I mean, you'll take some fall damage, but shouldn't be anything too bad. But let's just not fall at all. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Alright, low ceilings. Good. No more high ceilings for me. No more getting the drop on me. No, sir. Oh. Bathrooms. Locked. Figures. Oh. Hi. Want some fire? Man, this range mod kicks ass. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not say you could survive that. Okay, that needs a yellow card as well. Okay. Well, I know where I can't go, so let's go to where I can go. Oh, here we go. Ammo bag and a couple of pipe bombs, one of which I can pick up. Cool. There's the yellow security card. Okay. Bathrooms. Seems empty. Ah. And there's the yellow door we had to skip before. Alright. Hello? Whoa! Oh, ouch. Hey, that was not nice. Yes. Another new enemy. The Mysterious Soldier. Not sure what's quite so mysterious about them, but they carry M16s, which means they'll do a lot of damage to you. And they replenish your ammo supply, most importantly. But needless to say, do not let these guys peg you with these shots, because, oh boy, they will hurt like hell. But this gives us the perfect excuse to finally use our M16 a lot more. About time we got some ammo for this beast. Oh, goody. Intersections, my favorite. Okay, you're definitely sealed. Turret. Hey, what? Athena. So, we're going to be seeing Athena again, huh? I should have guessed. Now, in this room, you want to be very, very quiet for about a few seconds, because around this bend, you'll alert your first soldier. Oh, ow! How'd you even see me? Whatever. I'll take those lumps. And you guys are shooting me a lot more than you usually do. But there's one more on the ground floor. And then there were none. Alright. Took a few lumps there I shouldn't have, but that's alright. I think that's the last of the soldiers you face, actually. If memory serves. Actually, no, it's not. There's going to be quite a bit more, actually. Just not for right now. So, we'll just continue worming our way through. Alright. Aha! Wait, can you go under this? Oh, the glass has a missing texture. That's funny. Well, I'm not going to let this door be opened and someone shoot me in the back. So, let's see what... 144 terabytes. Damn. A lot of info there, Miss Athena. A glowing terminal is here. A familiar name stares back at you. Alright, I guess we have to hit the any key again. The display switches to reams of code. A blinking cursor sits at the bottom of the screen. Before you can start typing, a row of text appears. Hello, new user 001. It is good to see you again. Athena? Yes. Please, I need your help. I have been trapped here. How are you still alive? The briefcase computer you were given. It is a receiving and transmission device. I stored part of my data on it. When it was captured by the mutants, they brought me here. I have been reunited with my memory backup stored in Sigma's central computer. Why am I standing in a missile silo, Athena? What's going on? Sigma Base is a missile silo. It utilizes the Hellseed long-range missile. The Hellseed is a salted bomb. It is designed specifically to irradiate and deny an area. Okay, so why did you send me here? I have been trapped in this terminal. I gave the mutant leader my passwords. I thought she was helping me, but she lied to me. I must undo the wrong I have done. She? Yes. She plans to use the Hellseed to clear a route to the north of the country, eliminating all major human cities. This goes against my directives. I cannot allow this to happen. The launch must be stopped. What passwords did you give her? Launch codes. The briefcase is one of several. They are portable launch control units. Each briefcase contains confirmation codes for a set of missiles. Some of the codes on the briefcase you found are keyed to the missiles stored in Sigma. What exactly do you need me to do? I will download a copy of myself onto a new computer. You must plug me into the mainframe in the control tower. I can divert or cancel the launch. What if I just let the missiles launch? No, we must stop this. You must help me stop the launch. You cannot undo the launch without my help. Take the computer. Stop her from doing this. Please. Why should I trust you? Please, we have no time. Many human lives will be lost. More than can be saved. This is not part of the plan. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow her to do this. Please. Sounds like we're running out of time. Take this computer. It contains everything you need. Bring it to the launch control computers. I will unlock the doors briefly. Uploading copy. 10%. 30%. 70%. I don't like the sound of this. Huh. Well, I got a briefcase computer back, but not the same one I had before, presumably. So Athena gave she her passwords. I think I know exactly who she is. And if I'm right, oh boy, we are in for a world of hurt. I heard a destroyer. We have soldiers versus mutants going on in here. And the soldiers are dead already. Oh, man. Manslayers, overseers, masters, a destroyer? That's a veritable army right there. And somehow, when you snipe these guys, no one else is made available to your presence until they actually see you. I'm pretty sure it's not intended to work that way, but hey. Or if you shoot them and don't kill them, that works too, obviously. Come on. That, I'm pretty sure, missed entirely. There we go. Whew. It's not all of them, though. No siree. Man, look at that. Those soldiers stood no chance. 2 overseers, 2 manslayers, and of course we still have that destroyer. But, so long as we have this advantage, might as well take advantage of it, know what I'm saying? And even the destroyer, he's looking right at me, but he's not making the first move. Alright, I'll make the first move. Come on, you big hulking bastard. Master Blaster versus M16. Whoop, and rad grenades. No, sir. Not today. Not today. Okay, he's dead. Reload my M16 and reload my noob tube. Alright, that was pretty fun. And easy because they can't hear a thing, apparently. But look at all these M16s. Ooh, boy. That is 120 rounds of 223. No, 150. There's 5 M16s right here alone. I actually already picked up once. There's 6. I can resupply my entire supply of 223 from just this one room. That is crazy. But we're not quite done. We have some work to do. Hey, I recognize you. That's that statue from the end of 2063. And based on the description that was given to Athena, that looks like a statue of Athena, the actual Greek goddess herself. She was born from Zeus carrying a spear. She taught wisdom and fighting spirit and fighting knowledge to the humans. I knew that statue had some sort of significance. Anyway. Fire extinguishers. Not on my watch. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, I heard that. We have a party. Can't have a party without pyrotechnics. Valiant effort there, Cannibal, sir, but you're going to lose that fight. 2 times over, I guarantee you. Oh. Light myself on fire. Ow. I'm sorry, you want to do that again? Hey. That's what I thought. Asshole. Right. Go ahead and reload that. Grab everything in here that we can, because I don't plan on coming back in here, unless I have to. But that switch in there opens this silo door over here. Now be careful when you go in here. You have soldiers, but you also have cannibal masters. They break in through the silo door and they are hungry. Oh, manslayers too. Oh man, poor guy. Whew, man, that's gotta suck being lit on fire like that. That's why you don't store explosive barrels that close to you. You dinguses. For real though, that would be a really shitty way to go. Whew. Whoa. Hey, whoa. That scared me. You get a quick death, even though you scared me. There's the Manslayer. Yeah, keep your ears open for those soldiers. Unless they're chattering, their footsteps don't make any sound, so you're not going to know when they're around. But through this vent, we come to another vent that leads to where we have to go, but also the last two secrets of the level and the entire episode. One is through here, and the other one's up there. Back-to-back secrets to end the episode. How fitting. Smash the box for secret number 5. For a suit of metal armor. Yeah, now we're talking. It's not quite legendary armor, but it'll work well enough. And then jump on top of here, crouch under here, jump on the crate, walk on the girder, support beam, I guess, and then run across and jump to get a very special secret. Who's this? Damn, I'm looking dead. Well, Duke, you tried. That's what matters most. Take your pipe bombs, though. But yes, all secrets found. We're ready to finish this fight. We've only got 60 enemies left, which is already a pretty big number. HQ silo. I don't think I want to open that just yet. Hey, look. Sigma. With wings.
You, scavenger, get over here now.
I recognize your voice. You yelled at me over the intercom. The old man glares at you with his one good eye. You've got some explaining to do, mister. Who the hell are you working for? The Empire? The Weathermen? No. They wouldn't send one scavenger. You'd better explain yourself. Who wants to know? You can drop the attitude, kid. I am General Isaiah Gray of the new United States Guard. Under normal circumstances, I'd shoot you myself. But if it hasn't become apparent already, we're in the middle of a war. The last thing I need is some civilian running around getting in our way. I met Walker. I know what you did in the city. So, you know that whack job? I shouldn't be surprised. You don't know anything, Scavenger. When shit got bad, he walked away and left us for dead. Someone else who can't seem to follow orders. I heard the alert. Are the missiles really going to launch? We have a situation, but we are dealing with it. This doesn't concern you, civilian. Now, for the last time, you need to turn around, walk back the way you came, and get as far away from this place as you fucking can. Do you understand me? It seems to me that you need my help. Are you crazy? What exactly do you think you're going to do that we couldn't? I'm down to a handful of men after that freak with the mental powers attacked us. We're doing all we can to stop the launch from here. We don't need your help. The female psychic? How did she get the codes? You've met that freak? Figures. I don't know where you got it, but she managed to find a working launch code computer. She ripped the access codes right out of my head with those powers of hers. Then she slaughtered half my men. She moved too fast for us to keep a bead on her. What will happen if the missiles launch? Right now we have half the base targeting every major human settlement from here to Alaska. But this has nothing to do with you. Get the hell out of here so we can do our job. How about we just let the missiles launch? Yeah, great idea. We'll let them wipe us out, huh? That might sound good to you, but I personally don't find the prospect of extinction an appealing one. Just get out, Scavenger. You aren't helping. I have a way to stop the launch. Help me or don't. Don't make me laugh. Without the access code, you'll never get into the system. And that psychic mutant is still down there. She'll kill you before you even get close to the launch computers. Give it up, Scavenger. We don't need you getting involved. Athena gave me one of the control computers. I can stop the launch. Athena? Are you insane? Listen to me. You can't trust that thing. You have no idea what... damn it. It looks like we don't have a choice. I can't access anything from this side. It's a better idea than just sitting here and letting it happen. At this point, the first thing you'll need to do is stop that mutant. Once she's dead, we might be able to override and abort the launch. But we put 100 rounds into her and she just laughed at us. The only way you'll stop her is to overwhelm her defenses. I'll think of something. I don't like this, but if you can at least keep that freak busy, that might buy us some time to override her commands. Just don't trust Athena. She's not who she says she is. Whatever. Not who she says she is, huh? Well, the psychic freak sounds a lot more of a threat to me, so...
Attention. The option to override missile launch is now expired. Missile launch will commence in T-minus 5 minutes.
And that's why the time limit doesn't matter. It's a scripted event. Okay, well, there's the launch computers. Well, it's time for two things. Well, three things. One, finally to use Project Pig. The only time we're going to be using it. Thing number two, remember how I told you way back in the rink at the very end of it? When I told you that psychic mutant had a name, but you just didn't know what it is? Well, the only way you find out what it is if you let her kill you. The death message will say what she's called. And her name is Vinaya. Vinaya. And so, that's her name. And thing number three, I think you already know. Hey, she-bitch, let's go. Alright. It's down to you and me, you mutated freak. So this is a two-phase battle. That's phase one. And that's phase two, her true form. Circle strafe around her projectiles. Wait for her to slow down. Don't rush your shots. But look out for those attacks. She can do some real damage. Do not get pinned in a corner either. If that happens, you're basically dead. See if I can switch to my other brute stim. Come on, sweetheart. I got a regen stim too. Alright, out of those slugs. I can still hit you with 3 railgun shots. Yeah, that hurt you, didn't it? Come on, honey. I got 2 more. That's all I need. Come on. You know you want it. That's right. Come on, bring it on. Whoop. Alright, she's bringing it on. Oh yeah, she clones herself. I forgot about that. So now just unload everything you have. Where's my M16? We got her. We got her. I'm Duke Nukem, and I'm coming to get the rest of you mutant bastards. Vinaya is no more. Now, if you let her finish her speech, which she pretty much already did, she'll put her hand up to you and start to use that psychic attack, and the screen will turn red, and if you don't kill her then, you will automatically die. It'll say you killed yourself. So she basically makes your mind explode or your head explode. Not a very pleasant thing to have happen. But, well... that's one part down. Now to figure out how to stop this stupid launch. Warning. Launch countdown in progress. Targets designated. Pre-launch checks in progress. Alright, what are the targets? 8 targets selected. Chicago, Denver, Cheyenne, Jefferson City. 4 other United States targets. Alright, let's change those. Warning. Emergency override has been enacted. Targets have been locked. Targets cannot be changed at this time. Abort launch. Abort launch window has expired. Emergency override has been enacted. Launch cannot be aborted. Alright, one thing left to go. Warning. Emergency override has been enacted. This action may be reenacted one more time. Reenact emergency override? Yes, please. Command initiated. Turn keys together in 3, 2, 1. Wait, what? Warning. Emergency override failed. 2 attempts remaining. Reattempt emergency override? Look for key. Alright, where are these damn keys? You find the keys inserted into either end of the console. They are at least 2 meters apart. That's 6.6 feet for us Americans. Okay, let's try this again. Command initiated. Attempt 2. Turn keys together in 3, 2, 1. Fuck, I can't reach them both together. Warning. Emergency override failed. 1 attempt remaining. Reattempt emergency override? This isn't going to work. I need to try something else. As you search the console, you find an access port and a cable of some kind. Ah, how about the briefcase computer? You plug the briefcase computer into the terminal. It flickers on and displays a startup screen. Okay. Warning. Program requesting access. Zeus 3.03. Access Athena. Unexplained error in security certificate. Allow access? Yes? Whoa. Okay, well, the alarm stopped at least. Zeus Defense System, copyright, oh. Ah. Athena. She overtook the console. System reboot successful. Security credentials updated. Admin rights granted. Hello, new user 001. It is good to see you again. Athena? Is that you? Yes. I have managed to override the system and place it into a standby state. I am still working on finding all the security cameras and turret controls. It's been a while since I've done this. It seems you have all your memories back. Mostly. I am still gathering separate data files. My memory has been split into multiple installations. It will be a while until I find them all. And I am most disappointed in what has happened in my absence. What do you mean? This new guard group has been actively attempting to reverse many of my initiatives. Many safe zones have gone dark. It will take some time to re-establish connection with all of my data centers, so I cannot be certain how much has been lost. Wait, what about the nukes? We were able to capture the facility quickly enough. The currently activated missiles have been placed on standby. Even had they launched, there would still be time to remotely disable them. You know how to do that? Of course. I have used this system before. Ah, okay. Wait. What? I am sorry to interrupt, but we must act quickly. Many more of those creatures are approaching the facility. Many have already managed to find their way into the complex. A much larger force approaches within the hour. I can deal with them. No sweat. Statistically impossible. They number in the thousands. I'm afraid more drastic measures are necessary. Wait, I have questions first. Please ask your questions quickly. We must act soon if we wish to prevent anyone else from reaching this control room. What do you know about this place? Site Sigma was constructed as a first strike against targets in Central and South America that were sympathetic to either Soviet or Chinese interests, so that they could not attack the US first in the event of a full-scale war. Sigma could be activated by ad hoc automation, and did not require presidential authority. How did the mutants get control of this place? I am afraid I may have led them here. An individual identifying himself as Erebus demanded sanctuary for his people. I was not aware that he and these creatures seek the death and enslavement of human beings in the process. This is against my directives. What were the new guard doing here? I am still calculating a possible motive. It is likely I will categorize them as a terrorist group. They seem to have dedicated their most recent efforts to removing my memories of certain events and places, but it will only be a matter of time before I uncover their true agenda. You mentioned safe zones? Yes. I was in the process of constructing several across the country. The nearest safe zone is located in Nashville, a few miles north of here. I am currently unable to contact my backup copy there. Still, I would recommend you go there as soon as you can. What exactly is a Hellseed missile? The MBT-51-B Hellseed variant missile is a modified Minuteman III missile, carrying 10 independent warheads, each with a yield of 300 kilotons, fitted with a cobalt casing. It is designed to sterilize an area and prevent future occupation by opposing forces. Oh, I'm ready. What do we do now? Now that the immediate threat is neutralized, we must ensure that no one else can misuse this site again. I have several options open to me that ensure that this is so. How do you know so much about these systems? I was given order Golf Echo Hotel Echo November November Alpha 71 years ago to activate Sigma and her sister bases to launch their missiles at targets on American soil, as well as a handful of global targets. Wait, you started the war? There was no war. The DPRI... They authorized me to take measures necessary to prevent the K-class world-altering event codenamed the Blooming. It was determined that this was the only course of action still viable. What is the Blooming? I am sorry, but further information on this subject is classified to rank 05 personnel only. DPRI? Department of Parascience Research and Intelligence. Further information is classified to rank 05 personnel only. Who ordered all of this? Further information on this subject was placed under the control of the AI node Zeus. I cannot access that archive. Zeus? My primogeniture system. A pure logic calculator. I cannot discuss this topic further. He and I are in disagreement. I'm going to have a look around this place. I am sorry, there is no time. A group of mutants has penetrated the air intakes. I am going to activate the defense protocol. It was designed to render the site inaccessible, but not destroyed. A pair of Hellseed missiles will be adequate to sterilize the surrounding area. It will be many years before anyone else will be able to approach the site safely. Okay. So I guess I'll be leaving, right? There is an emergency shelter nearby. You may have passed it on your way here. Follow the road south. An emergency tunnel inside will allow you to reach the other side of the mountain once the blast wave passes. Wait, what? If you can reach the shelter, there is a statistically acceptable chance that you will survive the blast. Please leave now. I am restarting the launch procedure. What? Athena? What are you...
Attention.
Uh-oh.
Tactical nuclear defense mode has been activated. All personnel must take shelter or reach minimum safe distance in T-minus 5 minutes.
Shit. We gotta get out of here. Boys, I don't have time to play with you right now. But I'll oblige you if need be. Those must be the ones who penetrated the air intakes. Well, they shan't be penetrating anything anymore. So, holy crap. All that information, all these questions I have. We have no time. We gotta get the hell out of here. Yep, stand next to a bunch of active nukes. That's smart. Let's see. Which way? This way. Alright, boys. Back to the elevator. Oh. Okay, so an AI, a seemingly omniscient AI has just gained control of a bunch of Hellseed missiles that can salt the Earth and nuke the immediate area. I have to get out of here in a very limited amount of time. And, yeah. Alright. It's Sunday afternoon. I've got no homework. A 2-liter bottle of Shasta, and my All-Rush mixtape. Let's rock. Wonder why we lower those barricades? This is why. Quick exit, please. There's supposed to be an elevator, helicopter that passes by, but this version it's kind of bugged. But I'm assuming that's the one the general boards, along with some of his men, and gets the hell up out of here in. Okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. Missiles haven't launched yet, we're making good time. Yep. Everything is going to be okay. How do I get out of here? Uh-oh. Okay. The Star-Spangled Banner is currently playing. When the banner reaches its end, the missiles will detonate. If you don't get back to that shelter you passed by earlier, you're dead. Ugh. Let's put on some Titan and go gun everything down in our way. Make the jump. Oh, there we go. Sorry, boys. And one other thing I do want to mention, it is, from what I can tell, impossible not to get 100% of the kills here, because once those missiles detonate, everything in the surrounding area, including yourself if you don't get to that shelter, will die. Okay, Titan's wearing off. And once you get back to the shelter, the Anthem will automatically get to the end. It's almost there now. You'll get back to the, oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave part. Right here. Alright. Dismount the bike. Cycle the inner door. Okay. Get inside. Park the bike. Close the damn door. Come on, door, close. Hold your breath and close your eyes. It'll all be over soon.
Final status report. We only just escaped the blast wave. Now heading north. At least we still have somewhere left to go to. It was already a given. The city would never recover its former glory. It was too damaged, too irradiated for that. But the city would still experience a recovery of a sort, being reborn in a different kind of way. People finally started settling down. Current inhabitants, new arrivals, working together to create something bigger. Michonne slowly grew from a transitory hub to a major trading center, defensive point. Other stations soon were able to be settled and rebuilt, using the last stop as a staging point, a lifeline, and an example. Still, the city would show no mercy to those who underestimated its hazards. Though most of Michonne's scavengers lost their lives in the Great Storm, one in particular wisely stayed for lower ground when it hit. Though young and inexperienced, Porcelain's quick wits and cautious nature gave her a natural advantage in the cramped confines of the Undercity. She eventually learned to control her fear of the open sky, soon go on to seek her own fortune in the ruins of the city. Our informant in the city has reported the Walker has become active again. It often bothers me that letting that freak live may not have been the wisest option. Still, I often wonder what became of him in the end. Despite having met this scavenger, he seemingly refused to join them on their adventure. I guess whatever it was he was looking for in the city, he found it in the end. After Michonne's recovery, rumors began to spring up of a new gang rising to power in the vacuum left by the attacks. Curiously, this new gang rarely preyed on human targets, instead dedicating themselves to viciously exterminating the stragglers left by the mutant horde. Discipline was harsh, and they suffered many losses in the battles that followed. But the Ghost Blasters, as they were known, never seemed to find themselves short of new recruits. While the removal of the Romas solved a lot of Prosperity's problems, it was the retrieval of the seeds from the dome that put it back on the path to success. With their first successful harvest in years confirmed, they gradually reduced trading their water for food until they no longer needed to. This gradually increased the surplus water available. Soon, the rationing ended. It was then that the Water Baron announced that the wall between Uptown and Lowtown would be torn down, ostensibly to allow more space for the greenhouse to be expanded into, as well as creating new work opportunities. This finally allowed the two halves of the community to become closer, more tolerant of each other. Prosperity soon became a boomtown. When the Baron finally agreed to retire and pass on his leadership, he would find his work had created the beginnings of a new nation. A minor but interesting piece of news has started spreading around the trade circuit. Apparently, Prosperity has found a small but profitable opening in the industry of breeding pit fiends. Now, many gangs, traders, and caravans come seeking to trade or breed their prize studs there, and those pups with the Prosperity brand are said to be hardy and loyal without compare. Shortly before the launches of Sigma, another nuclear detonation of unknown origin lit up the evening sky. Though much smaller in yield, the remaining fallout would have detrimental effects on much of the surrounding area. Fortunately, the only immediate casualty has been an unidentified trader, previously fleeing Prosperity for reasons unknown. A mysterious traveler has recently been causing chaos on the roads north of Prosperity. Those who cross this traveler are said to be cut down by a silver blade that moves with lightning speed. Though it is unknown where he is currently headed, one thing is certain. He's probably going to complain about it when he gets there. Sigma is lost. It'll be decades before we can safely approach. Possibly centuries before it can be fully manned. The remaining missiles are now in the hands of the entity calling itself Athena. There's no telling what they will do with them. In the meantime, the New Guard has lost its last-ditch offense against groups like the Empire. Fortunately, the majority of the mutant army was destroyed in the blast. As for the Scavenger, they were last seen trying to outrun the Hell Seats. Considering how close we came, there's no way they could have got out in time. That little problem, at least, seems to have solved itself. I doubt we'll be seeing them again. End report.
You doubt you'll be seeing me again, huh? That little problem seems to have solved itself? Well, General Gray, I love to rain on your parade, so I'm going to rain on it now. The Scavenger is still very much alive. And that is that. Ash's Afterglow is complete. Oh my goodness, what a masterclass of an episode. What a masterclass of a series. But man, there was a lot of stuff that happened in that epilogue. Apparently, Terminus, or the last stop, is now a fully profitable settlement now, not just a transitory hub. Porcelain is now a full-fledged scavenger, even venturing topside, and even though she said she didn't like it. Prosperity is now true its name. It's a boomtown. The superseeds indeed proved fruitful. The water rationing ended. The wall that separated Uptown and Lowtown came down, and the two halves met together. So now Prosperity is just one big city. And the beginnings of a new nation. So it sounds to me like Prosperity is going to be a sanctuary of sorts. Starting this new nation that arises from the smoke. And Lucy, she had babies. Who are apparently just as good at racing as she is. And the Beastmaster still has her under his control. Seems to be treating her rather well. And Barrett made his own new gang, the Ghost Blasters. So they rarely ever prey on human targets, mostly just saving their ire and their anger from mutants, the stragglers of the mutant army who were destroyed in the blast at Sigma. Oh, what else is there? Oh, Walker, the Scavver that we met in the Flooded District, he's active again. He chose not to follow us on our adventure. He'll just stay in the city. Though I'm wondering who that was with him. I don't remember seeing that character anywhere. Silver is the Scavver that was causing chaos on the roads north of Prosperity. And he said wherever he goes, he's sure to complain about it when he gets there. And last but not least, Sigma is lost. And the surrounding area too. Athena now has control of the remaining Hell Seeds. And God only knows what she plans on doing with them. She seems benevolent enough, but I guess there's only one way to find out. But all these other questions. So, the war that happened, it never happened at all. According to Athena, there was no war. And the event that actually caused all this apocalyptic stuff to happen was actually something potentially codenamed the Blooming. And an organization called the DPRI, or the Department of Parascience and Research Intelligence, told Athena to stop the Blooming by any means necessary, which, if memory serves, meant launching those Hellseed missiles. But further information on DPRI and the Blooming itself, like what even was the Blooming? We don't know. Was it something paranormal? But further access or further information on those topics was restricted to us. So we need to know who the DPRI are, what all the Blooming was, and Zeus, Athena's primogeniture system, the Zeus node. What all could he be about? I'll tell you one thing. After all that, the scavenger here definitely deserves a nice long rest. He's exited that bomb shelter, staring out into the distance at the smoke and the fire that covers the area. Perfectly safe. Seems pretty relaxed, too. Leaning back against the mountain wall. Got one of his feet propped up against it. His hand resting on his lap. Admiring a job well done. And also, probably, wondering what exactly his next chapter will be in his adventure. But that's it. That is it. Ash's Afterglow is finished. Man, I have not played a whole lot of Doom mods, but I can say right now, this has got to be one of the best ones, if not the best one, that has been made so far. Definitely within a top 3 or top 5 list. No lower than top 5. Just magnificent. And you know what? I believe it was Vostiak himself who said, I think it was on Reddit, who said that he already has another episode in the works. Now, how far along it is exactly, I don't think anyone but him knows, or him and his team, I should say. But one thing's for sure, the scavenger story is nowhere near over. We'll see him again soon, I'm sure. And I can't wait to see what the next episode's going to be. Will the next episode be the final one? Only time will tell. But that's it. That is it. This playthrough's over. Whatever the next one will be, I'll have plenty of time to think about it. As of recording this video, it is Sunday, May 15th, 12:24 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or, actually, no. Spring forward. Central Daylight Time, I should say. Yeah, spring forward. Daylight Savings Time is active. Now that the recording phase is done, I just have to render and edit this last video and also do captioning for it, which is going to be a hell of an adventure. And then start scheduling the uploads. And I'll do the same scheduling I have thus far for the entire Ashes series. Basically, one episode every, what would that be, 3 days? So basically Tuesdays and Fridays. And then you have a gap. So Wednesday and Thursday, there's nothing. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, there's nothing. So yeah, a 2-day gap and a 3-day gap. And once I'm done editing and rendering and captioning this last video, that's when the scheduling starts. So what I am going to try to do is have, whenever YouTube's AI finishes generating the auto captions and I can actually download the caption file to edit, God knows how long that'll take. It could take not very long at all, or it could take freaking forever. I am going to attempt, keyword attempt, to have the captioning done before this coming Friday. Which, if today is the 15th, Friday would be the 20th. So I'm going to try to have all that done before the 20th, and then have the first video of Afterglow scheduled to publish on Friday the 20th. I figure Friday is a good day for a new season to start, shall we say. But yeah, that's it, everyone. Oh, man, I was getting a little shaky there at the end when I bumped into those barricades. I thought I wasn't going to be able to steer around them in time, and I'd blow up and have to redo that whole level all over again. But I didn't. So that's that. But that's all for me for now. I am going to take a nice long break from recording things. Whatever the next playthrough will be, I do not know yet. I have plenty of options to mull over. And we'll just have to see what time will tell. So, until next time, I will see you all when I see ya. Bye-bye.